So it's been a year to the day since Hustle University launched, and I thought it's about time I do something and talk directly just to the students. So you've got three of us here. You've got myself, obviously, my brother, and then we've got a Brokey.
This is our friend Brokey.
This is the Brokey who's not a member of HU.
His arms fell off because he couldn't resist temptation to jerk off.
He can't even afford arms.
Yeah.
Or clothes. So that's Brokey. So we're going to go through some things today. We're going to talk about it all. A lot of people have been asking me a bunch of interesting questions, but one of the questions I get most often is why I started Hustlers University.
Mm-hmm.
And I want everyone to understand the three reasons why I started Hustlers University. One, I want anyone who agrees with my mindset and how I see the world to be as rich as possible, because money is power, and we are now in the middle of a culture war, and I don't see the point in having a whole bunch of people watch my videos and go, yes, Tate is right, but I'm broke.
Let's go back to McDonald's and flip the burgers and talk about Tate.
Yeah, that doesn't help me, right? I need people who go, Tate is right, I'm making millions, I want to join the resistance, right? We have to fight against the machines. So anyone who agrees with me and understands how the world truly works, I want you all to have as much money as possible. That's the first thing. The second thing is, I've been complaining for a very long time that traditional education is a fucking scam and it's bullshit. And everyone's like, yeah, well, what else am I supposed to do? I say, why are you going to university? Why are you going to college? It's a scam. It's a waste of time. Yeah, but what else am I supposed to do? I kept getting that excuse because everyone said there's no alternative. So I created my own alternative, my own university, which actually teaches you things which will actually make you money.
Today,
based on very simple parameters that if you put in a little bit of effort, you will make more money than you invest. Very simple, because a normal school, you put in a bunch of money, you put in a bunch of effort, and you don't get any money back. My school, you put in a little bit of money, you put in a bunch of effort, and you get a lot more money than you invested back. Mm-hmm. That's the point of it. So I'm going to war with traditional education systems. Harvard thinks it's something. I came along, and I'm going to put it out of business. I am putting it all out of business. And three, HU is not closing today. However, we have decided upon the hard cap of the number of students we're going to have. Based on our current growth rate, it's exponential. It's going to happen very, very soon. And there's huge opportunities inside of Hustlers University itself for students, for you guys to help with the infrastructure, get jobs inside of HU, grow inside of HU. So not only can you make money from the HU lessons, but you can also be part of the staff, part of the support structure, et cetera, because there's a lot going on behind the scenes. We are now a massive university in and of itself, over 100,000 students. So I've got some questions. I've got a bunch of wins we're going to talk about, et cetera. But if anyone wants to say anything important or you want to ask any questions, ask them in the chat. You don't have to super chat us, but if we miss your question, super chat with like $1 or something, make it cheap, just so we can make sure we see it.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with the chat, but there's over almost 10,000 people in here. Yes, a cap, really. So everyone who's in, stay in, don't fuck this up. It's amazing opportunity. I'm glad you all are here. In fact, I just want to say, I was saying to Andrew when that video was playing, me and Andrew talk about the students' names, who's been making money, who's been doing well, but we see them as numbers. You see Telegram names, you see Discord names, but actually seeing all these people's faces talking about their success and their stories within HU2 makes it a lot more real, even from my standpoint. So it's super cool to see. So if any of you from the video are actually here in the chat, thanks for sending those in and keep them coming.
Yeah, and HU will have a cap. So this is something else to consider. I've had a few people reach out and say, look, I believe in HU. I know it's real, but I can't, for some reason, some bullshit excuse, I can't afford $49 this month. I want to rejoin next month, whatever. Listen, if you can't afford $49, you have serious problems and you're not trying hard enough, because you can easily make that money back in all the different programs inside of HU. But we do have a cap. So anyone who quits or leaves at any time, if the cap is reached while you're not subscribed, you're not getting in. Don't give a shit.
That's it. We're closing.
We're closing. And anyone who's been paying attention, I recommend everybody inside of Hustlers University to go check out the jailed section. And you'll see we have people in jail. So people who don't renew, we don't kick you out. We put you in the jail and you sit there in your cell and you have no access to the money-making information. And we just flood you with all the endless wins. Every time someone wins, we show you. And you sit there in jail seeing everybody else win, and you're not allowed to access the information. And you have 30 days. Sometimes you get an extension. You have 30 days to rejoin HU, or we ban you forever. We ban your Discord, and we ban your credit card, and we ban your email address.
Okay, super chats are disabled, but it's fine because I'm getting lots of good questions through, and I will be trying to answer as many of your questions as possible. No, I'm getting them down. I'm copying and pasting them.
So the reason we do that is because I don't like quitters. I've made this very, very clear that no matter how good the information is, If someone's a quitter, they're never going to be successful. So if someone's the quitting type, I'd rather them not be around me. I don't like their energy around me. I don't want them in the school, especially as we have a certain number of students. We're
infecting the others.
Infecting others, yeah. I don't want people complaining in the chats. I don't want negativity. And because we have a certain number of students, eventually we're going to reach a cap, and I don't want to have any quitters left. So if you leave, you're in jail. You have 30 days to rejoin. You can talk to Saul Goodman. He's your lawyer. You can message him from jail and say, look, get me out of jail. And if not, we're going to ban you every possible way. We will ban your credit card. We will ban your email address. We'll ban your Discord. We will ban. Because let me tell you something. People need HU. We don't need quitters. So if you're going to quit and end up in jail, I strongly recommend you get back in fast because we are very, very ban heavy. Right. I've got some wins here, some of the amazing wins inside of HU, but I think everyone here already knows the power of it.
Is my audio okay, Andrew? Can you hear me in the headphones?
I can hear you fine.
Few people go, okay. Only one person said that, so...
Ban him.
Turn your music up. Turn your volume up.
That's right. So, all right, T, what's the first question?
The first question is, and they are being sent over. I'm making £45,000 a month with my e-com store. Thanks to HU, what's the best way to level up? Lloyd Omibeku.
Good question. I'm trying to put the wins in the corner, trying to be Mr. Producer, but I think everyone knows the wins. I can show everybody endless wins, but people know. Yeah, so it's a difficult question to answer, right? The best way to level up, because I guess your question is specifically about how to make more money. But I'll be honest with you.
But talk more about how to level up in life as well.
Exactly.
£45,000, yeah?
Yeah, so once you're making £45,000 a month, outside of private jets and supercars, you can already do everything you want. You can already eat all the food you want. You can go everywhere you want. You can stay in hotels. You can go to clubs. You can fuck girls. You can do whatever. So your life's already basically done. The only thing you're missing is crazy supercars and private jets. And really, that's not really all that important. If you were to say to me, what's the best way for you to level up once you have that kind of income, you need to start leveling up your mentality, your spirituality. You need to level up your physicality. You need to level up your rhetoric. Well, I get told all the time how amazing I am at talking. All the debates I do, I destroy everybody simply because of how I talk, not just what I say. There's so many different ways you can level up, like a video game character, right? Once you have all the unlimited money, you can then start ticking all the stats boxes.
Knowledge.
So if you want to level up, you know the answer is the War Room. That's what it's specifically designed for. Because the easiest way for a man to level up is to be in a hyper-competitive environment, to be around other men who are at a certain level, and then you're going to have to compete with said men for your place, and you will naturally level up. I've said it a million times. You are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you spend time with 2,500 War Room members, all of them have their game tight from A to Z, you are going to end up with an individual who has his game tight from A to Z. Next question.
I had to unsubscribe to get my mother a birthday present, but I resubscribed the next month. I don't believe that. I don't believe you. And I also think if you were a member of Hustlers University for a month and you didn't make enough money to buy your mother a birthday present, you fucked up. So you're probably going to end up kicked out.
Yeah, I want you guys to understand something. You have to understand something that's really, really important. There is no other place on the planet to be besides HU. Even if you're sitting here and you're thinking this is hard and you're getting disenfranchised and you're thinking it's difficult, that's fine. But if you leave HU and you take your $49 and you have to go somewhere else, there is nowhere else to go on the planet for $49 that's going to teach you how to make money. In fact, there's nowhere to go for any money that'll teach you how to make money, because you can go to Harvard for $100,000 and they won't teach you how to make money. It's literally one of a kind. It's the only thing of its type on the planet. And you are inside of it before it closed. And in 5 years from now, you'll be able to walk around saying, I'm a HU member, like you're a member of the Illuminati, because everyone's going to be trying to get in. They won't be able to. Anyone who messes this up, annoys a professor, doesn't renew their subscription, their card cancels, anything stupid shit, then you're going to regret it for a very long time, because there's simply nowhere else to go. And I think anybody with a brain understands that. The amount of lives we've changed is unprecedented. I must get 500 emails a day from people saying I've made so much money, or even not so much. I made $200 this week. I made $100 this week. But as long as you're making more than you put in, that's a pretty good trade.
And times have changed. I mean, we're now in 2022. It's the ages of some of these people. A lot of people are hitting me up telling me they're making dollars in the hundreds, only hundreds, but they're 14, 15, 16 years of age. For me, that's absolutely crazy. I mean, when I was 15, I was delivering newspapers. I did 1 hour of delivery every single day. And I used to get £12 a week. So you can work that out. That's less than £2 an hour for my labors. But, you know, with the internet, Hustlers University 2, the professors we have, the network we have inside of the War Room that helps hold this machine together as a money-making resource, I mean, you guys are, what a time to be alive.
Also, the war room is constantly looking, obviously, for members, and we work amongst each other. But if there's people who we don't need to be a members to do some kind of work, the next place we go to is HU, right? So a war room member, let's say he wants to start a business, his partner will be another war room member. Maybe his CFO will be a war room member, etc. But if he needs people a little bit lower down the chain, he's going to go to HU and recruit. So you're also part of a system where some of the most successful and influential and rich people in the world are looking at you constantly, all of the time, where opportunities can appear. This is why it's very, very important inside of HU that you're active, that you talk in the chats, that you're helpful, that you speak with your professor, that you help other students. Every single thing is logged and noticed. So if you're making money yourself and you're thinking, look, I'm onto something to make money now. I don't need to help anyone else. I don't need to reply.
That's step one.
That's step one. You're making money now, right? You don't need to reply in the chats. You don't need to help anyone, etc. I disagree. You should be in the chats. You should be as helpful as possible. You should help. You should be active. You should be approachable, because all of these things is logged by the professors. The professors send me bi-daily reports every 2 days, and anyone who's been particularly helpful, their username is remembered. And these kind of things are all taken into account and kept track of. So in the future, if we need people for certain things or certain tasks or certain members of staff, etc., we're going to reach out to you. So the more active you are inside of HU, there's also the intangible benefits that you don't know about. But there are people with very high social credit scores in and of itself inside of HU who, when an opportunity comes along, they'll be the first people we reach out to. Right. Now, I've got some questions here myself. I'm going to read them. Tristan, you keep track of any good ones.
Go right ahead. I'm keeping track.
Cool. I see so many people inside of HU succeeding while I haven't succeeded yet. It makes me think I'm a failure and that becoming rich isn't for me. How do I deal with low motivation and failure? How do I keep going even if I feel like I can't? Right. If you feel like you can't and you're a quitter, you can quit and go to jail, because I don't care if you quit. I'll make that very, very clear. I don't need HU for me to have a good life or to be successful. I need HU to find people who don't quit, who understand the mentality which is required to win in the next generation and to make as much money as possible. If you see so many people inside of HU succeeding, then you know the information inside of HU is legitimate. That should be super motivating in and of itself. It's different if you're going to a traditional school and you see people making money, but you know that your degree is bullshit. You don't have that problem. You're in HU, you see people applying the lessons, you see people making a bunch of money for it. So you know the information is legit. Because you know the information is legit, all it's down to is your work ethic. Now, if someone's going to say to you, there is gold, here's at this spot in this sand, here's a shovel, which we've proven is legit, because you can see all these other people are digging for gold and their shovel works fine. So
and they've got gold.
And they've got gold. Here's your shovel. Here's where you dig. You're guaranteed to get gold. If you cannot be bothered to dig, well then, go to jail. Goodbye. We don't need you. It's very, very simple. You know the information is legitimate, so it's down to you to get the work done. I'm not saying that it's easy, because nothing in life that is worthwhile is easy. I'm saying that it works. And because it definitely guaranteed works, if you're prepared to put the effort in, this is where you should be applying the effort. You will get more ROI putting your effort into HU than you will into basically anything else. Any educational system, any educational platform, any college, any university, all the time and money you're going to waste there, if you put it into HU, you will get genuine results in real time. Not waiting for years to get a degree and then try and get a job and then owning debt and all this crap. No, you will get results in real time. The people who make the most money from HU are people who live and breathe HU. They wake up, they go to HU 8 hours a day as if they were going to a normal school. They're in the chats all day, every day. They're trying different things. They're working. They're talking to the professor. They're being helpful. They're getting a good credit score inside of HU. They're getting approached for opportunities. They're starting to make money. You have to use HU as what it is. It's a tool with endless information, and you need to just start allocating. You know what? 6 hours a day, I'm in the HU chats. 6 hours a day, I am working on HU. I am in HU, and you will guaranteed make money. Next question. All of my friends and family think I'm wasting my time and won't be rich and should focus on college. I already made money here, so I know HU is legit. It's just a matter of time. How do I deal with a discouraging environment and not care about what people think of me?
Well, the first point I would make, and a lot of people tell me this here in Romania, because going to college is something that's forced on a lot of young people by their parents. And the question that I'm going to ask you, and that you should be asking yourself, and that you should be asking your parents first and foremost is, are your parents rich? Are your parents rich, telling you go to college is going to make you rich? Are your aunts and uncles and grandparents rich, telling you go to college and it's going to make you rich? Because at the end of the day, if you're taking advice on how to get rich from poor people, it's not good advice. And you can love your parents, you can respect your parents, but if they don't have any money themselves and they aren't rich, what business do they have telling you how to be rich and successful?
Correct. Some of our top students inside of HU are making less, say, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a month. If the people telling you to go to college are not making that kind of money, you ain't got to talk to them. So the discouraging environment can easily be dealt with in terms of you not caring what people think about you by your own results.
Yep.
If you're making money already, keep making money, and you need to educate them. Sit at the dinner table and say, you told me to go to college. I didn't go. My friend's going to college. He's doing the course I would do. He's broke. I made this much today. That's all it is. They care about you and they're worried about you, but they're still stuck inside the matrix. They think with an old paradigm, and you need to awaken them to the brand new world. You're going to do that with tenacity. You're going to do that with hard work, and you're going to do it with results, with competence. You're going to turn up with money in your pocket, and it's very hard for them to argue with you when you're the one who's got the most money at the table.
You can't argue with results.
3, if you could install one self-belief in the minds of men, what would it be? That's a good question.
Well, we're trying to do that. So which one do you value the most, I guess, Andrew?
Yeah, we are trying to do that, and it's multifaceted, right? But I want most people to understand that rule 1 of life is to do not die. If the chance of you dying is 0%, then you should basically go for it. There is no reason to not join Hustlers University. It's $49. If you're too lazy and you don't do the work, or let's say your phone explodes and you decide to become a monk and go live in the forest, whatever, the most you've possibly lost is $49, but you've had a chance to be part of the largest educational revolution in history. You will not die. Nothing bad can happen from joining HU. Nothing bad can happen from staying in HU. Even if you just stay, right? There's nothing bad that can happen if you just stay in HU and pay your subscription. In fact, me and the professors are actually sitting around talking about this. We have a problem we're going to try and fix, because we know once we close HU, people are going to be able, they're going to try and sell their Discord account. Yeah. We're talking about this.
Sell their phones, sell their membership.
Sell their phones, sell their membership. So if you just stay in HU and do nothing, in a year when it's closed, you'll be able to sell your membership for $5,000, $6,000, because people will be so desperate to get in. So this is something I'm going to talk to the professors about, whether we're going to allow it or we're going to find a way to stop it. But my point is, there are so many possible advantages, so many scenarios where you might win if you're inside, but there are basically no scenarios where having that extra $49 is going to help you change your life. There's no scenario where you having $49 more in your bank, your life's going to change. Yeah. But there are scenarios where you're part of HU, you see a crypto win or something big happens, or you get a big opportunity, or you get approached by the staff and you get offered a job for 10, 20 grand a month. Your life can change inside, but your life can't change outside. So anyone who doesn't understand that rule 1 is don't die, as long as there's no chance of dying, then you should be 100% dedicated to the task. Right. Next question. 4, what do I think about people who quit HU?
You kind of covered it, but do you want to go over it a little bit more? I mean, it's not about people who quit HU. I mean, whether people quit HU or they don't quit HU, I don't really give a shit. It's I guess, to rephrase the question, I think make it more interesting for people to hear. What do you think of quitters in general, Andrew?
Yeah, and
because the kind of person who quits HU is the kind of person who quit after their first 10 boxing lessons, the kind of person who quit their piano lessons, quit their language lessons, quit everything worthwhile that could be done. So talk about quitters, I think, in general more, because you've covered this.
I have covered this, and I actually have a video on it. Let me see if I can find it. I'll try and find it. But yes, quitters in general. James, send me the video about quitting, or Luke, do you know which one I mean? I was sitting there talking about why I don't like quitters. I don't like quitters because no matter how much you help them, they're always going to quit, right? And like I said, HU, people quitting doesn't bother me specifically. When I was young and had no money, I would have done anything for HU to exist.
Oh, man.
Ben, back then when me and you were trying to work out how to make money, we would work so hard trying to work out a way to make money. And now you guys don't need that. We'll tell you how to do it. You just have to do the work. And it's completely different scenario. If I had HU when I was young, I would have been a millionaire by the time I was 19.
And even as a networking platform, HU and the War Room, me and you would very occasionally, because you never meet rich people. Rich people don't meet poor people. Once every year or 2 years, a rich person would somehow end up on our radar. That chess guy who Dad was friends with. Yep. And then we would make effort. We'd put on our best clothes, take our last money, take a train down to London just to sit in the casino with him, try to talk to him for half an hour, try to learn what we could from him. Now people can join a network where they have thousands of people, millionaires, telling them how to get rich. One, you directly talk about money, directly talk about wealth creation. You can join the War Room and have people ready and willing to work for you, work with you, hire you. Oh, man. If this existed when we were young,
it's true.
We'd have been a lot richer, a lot faster.
Me and you would spend our last money going on flights around the world to try and have meetings with people who didn't even care about us to get a little smidgen of information on how you can possibly become rich.
Yep.
And now you can join this network and get real, genuine information from people who want to help you in real time from the comfort of your own home.
Yep.
It used to be so hard to network and so hard to find out information on how life can change. And now it is so ridiculously easy. If you can't sit there and focus long enough to get it done, well then, you were never going to make it, especially in the old paradigm. It is easier to become rich than it has ever been.
Yeah.
Easier to become rich than it's ever been. It's easier to network than it's ever been. It's easier to learn a skill than it's ever been. Easier to make money than it's ever been. It's literally a golden age where more people can become millionaires from nothing than ever before. If you're not taking advantage now, if you're not motivated, if you're not up every day, if you're not inside of Hustlers University for 6 or 8 hours a day, if you're not trying hard now, you're certainly not going to try hard when it gets 10 times harder, and then you're in real trouble.
Yeah, we used to spend 36 to 48 hours of our time and our last money flying around the world, traveling, like you said, just to sit in the office for 1 hour with somebody, and we couldn't sit there and ask him, "Hey, man, how do you make money?"
We had to be like, "Hey, how are you?" Yeah. Talk to him, pretend to be his friend.
Well, not pretend. They were cool guys, a lot of them, but try to learn what we could during that time. You guys can immediately hit millionaires up high. How do I make money doing what you do?
Literally.
My God.
You ain't got to mess around, nothing. And you ain't got to spend money to do it. Just $49. So easy.
Yeah.
Right. I've got a video here that people see when they go to jail. So anyone who's never been in jail, I'm going to show you what
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. Don't go, because it's just you're stuck in there and you don't get to see any information. You just get to see the endless wins, and you get to message Saul Goodman, your lawyer, if you want out. But here's what the jailed people see.
Welcome to jail. You're not in my jail. I'm in a penthouse in Prague with fucking blackberries. No, you're in Hustlers University jail, which is different. Hustlers University jail is sparse, where we're gonna blast you with endless wins. And the reason you're living in sparsity is because you're a fucking quitter, and you don't deserve penthouses in Prague with hot coffee and blackberries. No, you don't. I'm gonna tell you why. Now that you're in jail, in case you're confused, it's kind of like Saw. You know that movie Saw where you wake up? Where am I? Where am I? You're in fucking jail. The only things you can see are the endless wins. You can still see all the wins, all the winners of HU who are not in jail. They will continue to make money. They will propel themselves towards the stars. And we're going to show you how fantastically they're doing while you sit here and do fucking nothing because you quit. If Hustlers University as a system has the capability to make some people make money, why are you not making money? The people who are making money are not smarter than you. They just don't fucking give up like you have. If you quit, you will never be good at anything. Doesn't matter how much natural talent you have. Doesn't matter how much information we give you. Doesn't matter how fantastic the product Hustlers University is. It doesn't matter what happens with the Bitcoin price. Doesn't matter what happens with anything. If you're a quitter, you're never going to make any money. And I've made lots of videos before on how I don't like quitters as people. I don't like them around me. I don't like their entire attitude. I don't like the whole vibe of, this is hard, I'm going to quit. What's most annoying is, you're digging for gold in a place you know there's gold. That's the whole point of us showing you the wins. And you still quit. When I started off trying to make money, I had to dig gold in random patches of dirt. I didn't even know there's gold there. I'm just digging by myself till I eventually found some. We've taken you to a fucking field full of gold. But after 10 minutes with the shovel, it's too hard. And now you found yourself in jail. Because you're a fucking quitter, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 2 months. And the reason I'm giving 2 months is because I am absolutely and utterly fucking generous. To get your act together, stop being a pussy, and rejoin Hustlers University so you can change your life. There is no other place on the planet you're going to be able to spend $49 and gain access to information which is genuinely going to change your life. It's Hustlers University or nothing. Those are the two choices. Had to answer the phone, quick phone call. Asked me how I'd like my steak done. You don't have any steak in your jail, do you? No, dipshit. But you can't even afford a fucking 400 euro steak, can you? No, because you fucking quit. It's Hustlers University or it's nothing. You have 2 months to get your act together and rejoin the program. Otherwise, I will ban you for life because I don't like quitters around me. I don't want you to sit around for 6 months, have a fun summer, getting fucking drunk, staying a nobody loser, and then realize the only chance you ever had to escape your peon life was Hustlers University and rejoin. I don't want you to come back. I don't need students. I don't need fucking money. If you're a quitter and you're the kind of person who quits, you're not allowed to come back. I will ban you. I will ban your Discord ID and your fucking email address and your IP and the MAC address of your phone. Every single thing that can be fucking banned will be banned. You have 2 months to rejoin or you'll never be part of this group again. And when you hear about Hustlers University in 5 years from now with 1 million students affecting markets, making people into fucking billionaires, you're going to sit there and go, I was part of it once. People go, you're part of Hustlers University. What happened? Oh, well, I quit because it was hard and then Tate banned me. And you're going to sit and fucking jerk off the Pornhub. 2 months. And the timer starts today. People are fucking billionaires. You're going to sit there and go, I was part of it once.
Unity. Right. That's the jail video. So I hope you guys never see that video again because I mean it, right? You don't want to end up there. jail's not a good place. It's just that video yelling at you, the endless wins of the people who try harder than you, and Saul Goodman's the only one who can get you out. And he has a fee. Saul Goodman doesn't work for free.
Nope.
So it's not easy to get back in.
I'll answer a quick question here. I'm 17 years old. I am a Hustlers University student. Of course, you're here. I am thinking of quitting my minimum wage job to concentrate on Hustlers University full time. I would say, no, don't do that. You know why? You're fucking 17. Cut out sleep. Cut out video games. You know, keep the money coming in. Work your minimum wage job. It's going to teach you a lot of lessons. It's going to give you a nice taste of the matrix and of things to come if you don't succeed. And then you have another, 20 hours a day. I don't know how many hours you work. 18, 16 hours a day to concentrate on Hustlers University. And 6 or 7 or 8 hours on Hustlers University is more than enough. So no, do not quit your job and sit at Hustlers University instead of going to work. Go to work, come home, start your side hustle, work on Hustlers University, build your business, make some money, and then give up the minimum wage job once you have some a much better income coming in.
Yeah,
I'd say stick at it.
I've been asked the same question.
Yeah. Cut out sleep.
Do you still think it's possible to succeed in HU even if you have other responsibilities like a day job?
Yeah.
If I can become kickboxing world champion while I was still working a job, before I made enough money from kickboxing to quit, if I can train for 6 hours a day in the hardest possible training while also working a corporate job for 8 hours a day, also a 2-hour commute, also fucking 5 women, if I can pull all those things off in a day, you can pull it off. It's very easy if you want it.
Yeah.
You have all the time in the world if you want it. Sleep less, no video games, don't waste time, don't fucking watch Netflix, cut the crap, go and HU. Because if you go and HU, you can have laughs and jokes and you can make friends in there. You can sit and have laughing and you can laugh, make jokes, have fun, plus make money inside of HU, as opposed to doing all that dumb shit on a video game server and making no money at all.
Yep.
So HU's got everything you possibly need. It's the same question in another way.
Yeah, lots of questions like this. Mohammed, I'm very tempted to leave my offline business that generates me X amount. Should I host it? No, again, exactly the same thing. Cut out sleep. Cut out sleep for the next 6 months. Sleep 4 hours a night. Sleep in 1 hour shifts. But no, don't cut out your current way of making money.
You can make your money online first and then quit your offline job. Now, I could easily sit here and say, yeah, quit your job, do HU. I could do that.
Yeah.
But I don't see the need because you can make your money and do both at the same time and then decide if you want all that extra money or if you want to quit. It's very, very easy. That's what most people inside of HU do. That's how most people retire.
Yep.
Right, next question. I'm a young man with ADHD. I find it very hard to focus. I get bored and distracted very easily. Welcome to the real world. Everyone does. TikTok has destroyed people's attention spans in real time. Everybody gets distracted very easily.
There's always something more pleasurable to do than work. There really is. There really is. And people say, oh, I love work. I love my business. You know, I love work. And me and you love working. And we get into those big work sessions where we actually have a good time doing it. But there's always something more pleasurable to do. Yeah. I could drive by Ferrari instead of work. I could meet one of my, meet one of my women instead of work. Make a choice. You could say the letters ADHD to everyone and say ADHD, and brand yourself with this as some sort of excuse. Or you could brand yourself as a fucking millionaire. Completely. Who gives a shit if you have ADHD or not?
There's chess grandmasters with ADHD, bro.
Yeah.
They focus.
Exactly.
So you either want it or you don't.
Yeah.
I don't buy that.
Make the choice. Make the choice. You understand words. You understand that actions have consequences. You're not broken, ADHD or not. Just, bro, do the work. Or don't. See you in jail.
Correct.
Who cares?
It doesn't matter to us. We're looking for the winners. Look, if you get 10,000 people in a room, some are going to be winners, some are going to be losers. I'm looking for the winners. Don't have time for losers. Yeah. Now, if you're a loser, I don't care what speech you write. I don't care what letter you put together. I don't care what presentation you come to me and try and show me. Look, I am a loser, but here is why. I don't care how beautiful, how elegant. I don't care how well-crafted it is. I don't give a fuck because you are a loser. So why you're a loser is unimportant. I think binarily. Yeah. Winners, losers. I'm a very busy man, and I only have time to allocate towards winners. I do not have time to allocate towards losers. If you're a loser, I don't care why it happened. I don't care whose fault it is. I don't care how long you've been a loser, whether you're going to stop being a loser. I'm not interested in your existence until you've become a winner.
I have a story here about excuse making. So you've labeled yourself as ADHD and said that that's the reason why you can't concentrate. I had a full medical exam 4 years ago, about 6 months after I retired the 2-time European kickboxing champion. After a full sports career, I had a medical exam. And because of a medical condition, which is called, you can look this up, pectus excavatum, is where my chest goes in. My chest is indented here. I only have 85 or 90% of the cardiac output that most people have. So my heart doesn't pump 100% of the blood it should around my body. Now, imagine somebody had told me that when I was 11 or 12 years old and I was a weak-minded individual. I would have got tired in my first kickboxing session. I lost my first fight. I really did I lost my first 2 fights, ladies and gentlemen. After I lost my first fight, I could say, well, you know, reduced cardiac output. I haven't got the fitness for this. I quit. I didn't even know I had this condition. And for the record, and nobody knows this, Andrew is an asthmatic world champion. So don't label yourself as ADHD. I feel like these labels are enabling you to make excuses. Correct. I didn't know about my slight medical condition until after my career had finished, and I used to whoop everyone's ass because I was fitter and stronger than them. Don't let ADHD be an excuse. And I don't know who you are, but that's a lesson to all 8,600 of you watching. Correct. Someone said, oh, you have attention deficit disorder. Oh, maybe you might be bipolar. You might be dyslexic.
You know what you might be? You know what you might be?
A geek.
A brokey. Don't end up like him.
Yeah, he's got ADHD.
He's got ADHD. He had no arms.
To be fair, he's got no head now, so he's actually got an excuse for being broke.
Yeah.
If you had no head and you were broke, I'd give you that one.
Attention detached head disorder.
Exactly.
Don't end up like the brokies. Right. So, Mr. Brokey, yeah, you don't want to be like a brokey.
You don't.
Next question.
He's not loving life.
I am poor from a poor family, and spending and investing money is mentally painful for me. If it's mentally painful for you to put in $49 and get more out than you put in, see you in jail.
Yeah.
Next question.
Don't do it then.
Don't do it then. Then stay here with your $49. Keep your $49, which is worth nothing, which won't change your life, will barely buy you lunch. You keep that and let everyone else take the information and make a bunch of money. And you just keep hold of that. And you go and be mentally painful in the corner. Have fun.
I don't need your $49.
It's fine. Have fun with the brokies. Yeah. Right. What are your thoughts on people who only want quick results and to get rich quickly? And they don't understand that building a skill takes time. That is actually the modern world, right? Everything happens very, very fast all of the time. You get all of your information you want instantly. You can Google things instantly. You can call someone instantly. You can talk to people instantly. The reason that older people are better at focusing is because we live in a world where things were slower. If you wanted to talk to someone, you couldn't get hold of them right away. You rang their house phone, they didn't answer. You might try again later. There was delays in things.
If you wanted information, you used to have to go to the bus stop, wait for the bus 45 minutes.
Go to the library.
Get on the bus, get in the library, find the book you're looking for, open the book, read the book, put the book back, get the bus home. And that's how you got information. There was no Google it when I was 11.
Correct.
So
if you want things very, very quickly, you're a product of the modern world, that's fine. Everything that is valuable is going to take some time to build.
Yes.
If you are so impatient, now this is a mental model you must understand. If you've joined HU and you can see the information is valuable, you can see people are making money and you know you're going to make money eventually, but you are so impatient that you cannot stand to do the work until you make the money, then go to jail. Goodbye. If you're digging for gold, and you know the gold is there, and you know your shovel works, and you've started digging, and after 2 scoops, you can't be bothered to do the rest of it because it isn't happening fast enough, then goodbye.
And I feel like that's going to reflect negatively on every single aspect of your life. You're not going to be in good shape. You're not going to maintain your fitness. You're not going to build healthy relationships with women. If you don't have the patience to put the work in to get what you want out of something, it's going to reflect negatively in every single aspect of your life, and you're doomed to be unhappy, and you are doomed to be a failure. So, I mean, Hustlers University in the modern world is as close to wealth creation being handed to you on a plate as you are going to find. If you don't have the patience for this. In fact, this is very funny. I was once on a reality TV show. Do you remember that? I was 22 and a half years old. And now people are finding that reality TV show because I've blown up on the internet and people are watching it back. And someone sent me a clip the other day. At 22 years old, I didn't really have much money. We had that one Porsche that was on a finance agreement, that old Porsche Boxster. But we didn't really have much money. And there was a guy on the show with me, and he was quitting because everyone was like, I miss my family, I miss home, because you had no electronics, no way of communication. And my mindset, even at that young age, I lectured this guy on British national television. I said, if you can't handle this free vacation in paradise because you can't wait to go home and hug your mother, who you're going to see for the next 40 years of your life after this, then you are never going to amount to anything. I have a winner's attitude. I have a winner's mindset. Cut to 10 years later, I am a multi-millionaire businessman living the dream life, and people are sending him messages saying I was right about him.
He is right.
Yeah, I was right.
Right, you're in the right place at the right time, gentlemen. You have to just keep digging. You cannot give up on Hustlers University. This is our ban list.
Yep.
It's really large. It's just an example so you know that I don't play games. I know everyone knows I don't lie, but the ban list is real. We ban you in every possible way. I have members of staff who are specifically tasked with banning you and stopping you being a part of HU. If you annoy me, if you stay in jail for more than 30 days, if you piss me off in any way, I have people, members of staff who wake up every day and their job is to stop you getting access to our life-changing information. Their job is to stop you getting inside.
And they will do it.
They are the doormen, and we have them.
And one of them was hired from within Hustlers University.
Correct.
He's now got a job that's paying 6 figures a year. So good for him.
Where do you see HU in the next 4 years? What's my vision for it? My vision is to destroy all the modern education systems along with my attack on the matrix in real time. And also the most important thing for HU for me is to give everybody the money they need to join the war room. The war room is the next step up from HU in and of itself. The war room is a brand new paradigm on life, and the war room soldiers that we are creating are going to be some of the most important and influential people on the planet. HU gives you all of the information and that you'll ever need to get the money required to join the war room, and from the war room, your life will change forever. Then you will truly join the movement for the attack against the matrix. The point of HU is that anybody who agrees with me can have money. I do not need broke people on my side, and anybody who is serious about genuinely changing their life, becoming a man of status, and attacking the matrix can join the war room. That is what HU is for. This is why I don't need quitters. This is why I don't like quitters, because the war is long. The battle is not going to be quick. It's not going to be easy. And I need people who are on my side who understand exactly what we're trying to do and how we're trying to do it, not people who are ready to just quit at a slight inconvenience. Right. 3 more questions. And then that's it for this 1-year anniversary video. I'm going to start posting in Tate Speaks again. Make sure, talk to people. Make sure you got access to the Tate Speaks Discord channel, because I'm going to start posting in there more often. But yeah, let's do 3 more good questions.
I've got one. He's talking about balancing certain priorities, and one of them is fighting. So let me ask by Fabi Creep HD. Hey, Tate, I'm 21 years old. I'm currently focused on becoming the heavyweight champion and making it to the UFC. With training, helping my dad with his company, it's hard for me to build wealth. Any tips? Because we built wealth while training to be fighters, etc. So I thought this was something you could answer.
Yeah, you need to actively recover, right? You can't be sleeping the whole time you're recovering. So you're going to be working, you're going to be training, but you're going to be recovering. When you're sitting down watching television or whatever you're doing, there's going to be times in your day where you're sitting down doing nothing, recovering. That's your time to be in HU. There's no such thing as having no time for HU.
Yeah.
It is too accessible. It's not like me and Tristan were telling our story. We had to travel the world and meet important people, and we had to get on a flight, and we had no money to go there. We had no hotel. No, you can be in HU from any time, any place.
Yeah, right? I don't know your regime, but if you're sitting in your ice bath with ice up to your waist, icing your legs because you've been kicked too much, you have your hands free, you have your phone, you could take your laptop, HU.
Correct. Absolutely and utterly correct. All right, next question.
I've got a few here. Do you have another one?
Yeah. No. Give me one.
Serious question. What was your guys' drive to get the amount of money you have? Were those numbers hoped or planned for? That's the question. Were those numbers hoped or planned for?
Life is only up. You're either growing and improving or you're dying. There's no such thing as staying still. That is a fundamental flaw in most people's thinking. The universe doesn't work that way. Even things that are technically still, this table, these bottles of water, whatever, the molecules are constantly moving. If you look at anything close enough, things are constantly moving. The second things stop, they die. I started making a lot of money, and I wanted to make sure I always had enough money, so the only answer I could come up with is to make more money. For me to say this is enough money, I only want this much money, how do I do that? Well, how can you do that? You slowly die. Inflation, competitors, etc. You're either growing or you're dying. This is not just about money. This can translate to all aspects of life. You're either growing or you're dying in the gym. You can't just get to a certain size and go, I only want to be this big. No, you have to still push yourself as hard as you possibly can to maintain what you have. That's how it works. I don't need more money. I had enough money a long time ago, but I always wanted to make sure I had at least that much money. And the easiest way to make sure I always had at least that much money was to make more money. You are either growing or you are dying. That is why.
Now, this is a good question. I'm going to rephrase it slightly because a lot of people ask this directly or indirectly. So he tells a bit of a story. I was broken in a bad capacity mentally and financially. I found Andrew, changed my mindset and actions. How do I fully transform into a top G and become as efficient as possible? I think the question I'm going to ask you is, what do you actually mean by top G? Everyone says top G. Kids are now wearing t-shirts for top G on it. I want to be a top G. I want to be the top G. Explain a little bit what you mean by that, because it's now a very popular term. You've basically trademarked it. So what do you mean by top G?
Top G is an individual who is capable in all realms, as my father said. Sheer indefatigability and unmatched perspicacity made him a feared opponent in all realms of human endeavor. When you are top G, you are dangerous at everything. That's why I'm top G. If they were to say to you, you have to go on a racetrack and race Tate in supercars, you'd be like, shit, I have to race Tate. You have to go in the boxing ring and fight Tate. Shit, I have to fight Tate. You have to go debate Tate. Shit, I have to debate Tate. You have to go try and get a girl, and Tate's also trying to get the girl. Shit, I have to go against Tate. Shit, it doesn't matter what the competition is. As soon as they say my name, you're going to be like, oh, for fuck's sake. No, it doesn't matter what it is. Hopscotch, jump rope, table tennis, who gives a shit? Even things I'm not good at. You know my mindset, my unmatched perspicacity, my ability to perceive, my sheer indefatigability, the fact that I never get tired. You add all this together, I am a feared opponent in any realm of human endeavor. Even things I don't yet know how to do. You do not want to compete with me in those things. That is why I am top G. That mentality you can expand on, and it's taught inside of the war room. I want all of you guys to understand something. If you're not a war room member, we talk about the war room, you have to understand that the little snippet bits of information you get do not compare to the secrets which lie within its walls. The war room is the greatest thing on the planet, bar none.
Yeah.
HU is the second best thing on the planet because HU will make you money.
And it will give you access to I mean, if you don't have the money to join the war room, proving yourself in HU and making the money is a great way in. People are joining the war room saying, hi, I didn't have any money. I looked at the war room. I joined HU2. I made X money in HU2, and now I'm a member of the war room. And it's an immediate credibility boost when they come in that way. It really is, because
correct,
you know how to use resources. You know how to use your assets.
HU will make you money and do a little bit of networking. The war room will make you a lot more money and do a lot more deeper networking, so you can actually truly escape the matrix and become an individual who is sovereign, who can become a top G, become a feared opponent in all realms of human endeavor. That is the point of the war room. And the war room is where the soldiers who are going to help me fight against the matrix are going to come from. HU is how I'm allowing people who understand my worldview to access resource, because no one is worth anything if they are broke. And the people who are particularly perspicacious and particularly hardworking are going to end up inside of the war room anyway. I am super excited for HU. I work on this every day.
It's been 1 year.
I'm a multimillionaire. I could do anything I want, and I spend at least 5 hours a day talking to professors, working with the back-end team, working on tech, and making sure this is the greatest educational platform on the planet. I'm going to put every single college and university out of business. All their liberal bullshit that they're teaching people and destroying the world. Everyone's sitting here going, oh, the colleges are turning everyone liberal and destroying the world. What can we do about it? Tate came along. Tate's going to fix it, because Tate has a better solution. I'm the only person who is solution orientated. Everyone else is just complaining. I've come along and said, no, we're not going to have any more liberal indoctrination camps, because I am here, and people are going to make more money with me than they do in traditional universities. So they're not going to go anymore, and they're not going to be liberally indoctrinated, and we're going to fix the entire world, because I'm the most perspicacious person on the planet. And people who agree with me and understand my mission, you're already in the right place. Make your money, and I'm going to see all of you inside of the war room. My unmatched perspicacity, coupled with sheer indefatigability, makes me a feared opponent in any realm.